Can I ask why we haven't used Elijah Holyfield yet? Can I really ask why? This is the problem I'm having. On those 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts, we haven't used these running backs to their full ability. Michael Warren, their undrafted running back from Cincinnati, he's been pried off our roster by another team. We really have nobody else bruiser back-wise. Why not, Doug, do you not follow the same formula you've been following since the Super Bowl? When you had Jay Ajayi, Corey Clement, LeGarrette Blount, you had a really good set of running backs that really did help. This running back rotation, obviously, Miles Sanders, do I think he could be the featured back? Definitely, but his health is a definite concern. I think he's going to work well, a lot better with a 1-2 punch. A full example of that is having Jordan Howard last year, and that was fantastic. Mike Rowe just seemed to know how to use Jordan Howard in this offense. Okay, as soon as Doug took over everything, as soon as Doug took over the play calling and this offense, we got rid of a bruiser back. Why even have him? Why even have him on the practice squad? He shouldn't even be here. Let the guy get a chance somewhere else at this point. I really don't get it. I don't get it right now. Corey Clement hasn't been the same. It's been hurt. It's just been Corey's just more off the field than on. And then finally he's on, and you know, what Corey Clement was so special is because his vision made him a better running back. His vision was he saw things before they could happen. And that's why, you know, Corey Clement doesn't have a special running ability, skill set. You know, he's very average with his runs, but was good at, you know, getting away from defenders. And when he had to hit somebody, he would. Elijah Holyfield barely did. I don't think played it down last year. We picked him up, and I figured he was going to be the 4th running back. I figured he was going to be the 4th running back coming onto the Eagles. That didn't happen. He got to the practice squad, and that was it. There was videos about Elijah Holyfield that I had on my computer. Unfortunately, I deleted them. He was making the first guy miss at practice every single time. Deuce Staley said really good things about him, said how great it was for him to run with fire at his eyes. The best camp out of all, besides Miles Sanders, he had the best camp out of everybody. And yet, this guy doesn't touch the field. I just don't get it, Doug. I just don't get it. Why does this guy not step on the field? Like, you know, it makes sense. Just take Jordan Howard, for instance. Before he even came to Philly, when he was with the Bears, they used Tariq Cohen, and he was like kind of, you know, the speed back, and they would use Jordan Howard as the finisher. You could tire out defenses with this back. I don't get why you don't use that, but yet you'll throw 80 yards downfield, then you'll run a million times with Boston Scott, getting not even 2 yards a carry. Sometimes he broke free, sometimes. But with a running back his size, he's not going nowhere. And that's what's making me so frustrated. Look, I like Jason Huntley, but why is he in this running back rotation? Why? He wants speed running backs. That's all he wants. He wants all these speed guys. Jason Huntley is a little bit more quicker than Boston Scott. Obviously, he's a lot smaller guy. But look, use him on kick returns if you want. But that's about it. Obviously, I think Jason Huntley would work out on another team. I think he's just a waste to have here, honestly. We have pretty much the same back at every position besides Corey Clement. And Corey Clement's just useless at this point. But why hasn't Elijah Holyfield just had that one little chance? At least put him in a game. What is it going to hurt? Keep Jason Huntley on special teams. Put Elijah Holyfield on the roster. What is it going to hurt on your 3rd and shorts, your 4th and shorts when you go for it? And, you know, defenses read this. And when defenses can read that you're going to go for it on 3rd and short and it's a run up the middle, you don't have to really be that cautious. Use a smaller back knowing you're going to get, if he gets pushed back once, he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. With a guy like Elijah Holyfield, you have more of a chance to get a first down on those plays. But you don't do that. You keep him on the practice squad. He's just going to rot until the end of the year, and then he'll be off the Eagles. It's just aggravating. Doug just aggravates me. As soon as he took over this team, now everything has changed. Not even our receivers. Our running back system has changed. Everything has changed with this offense, Doug. I don't know why he's doing this. And he's complaining like, oh, well, what do you expect to do? Just go on the field and dominate? You can if you have the right guys on the field and the right play calling with it, because your playbook is one page. It's one page. Literally. There's no mid-tier throws. There's no, I mean, Boston Scott, love the guy, but they need to do a 1-2 punch with this backfield. If you tire out a defensive line with a bruiser back and use him at the right times, you could do so much more with this offense. The pass rush won't be as good. Carson Wentz will have more time to throw, and even though he has had time to throw at certain moments, but has hold on to the ball, or there's so much that goes into it, guys. It's not just the running backs. I know I'm going crazy about Elijah Holyfield being benched. It's not just the running backs. It's the play calling, predictable plays. It's the routes. Whatever route combinations these receivers are doing, which isn't helping Wentz. It's not helping nobody in this offense. These players are doing what they're told to do, and Doug just seems to blame them, blames the execution, blames the players, and then you have literally a healthy running back in Elijah Holyfield, and you don't even want to use him. This guy could pack a punch. This guy could hit you when he wants to. This guy could do a lot of damage if you just put him on the field. I don't get Doug Pederson. I don't get it. I'm tired. As a content creator, it's tiring to talk about the same thing every week, because this guy doesn't change anything he does not hold himself accountable for anything every week. Just from that radio show, it showed me so much. It showed me that Doug Pederson has no accountability. It shows me that Doug has the wrong guys on the field. It shows that Doug doesn't know how to hire his own staff, run his own offense. It just shows, and it comes full circle, what is going on with this team. And it's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that you have you've been running with a bruiser back since 17. Why are you switching? Why are you just want speed guys? Why? Jason Huntley is a waste of a roster spot. He's literally having, 2 snaps a game? Barely, not even just that? What is the point, Doug? What is the point with this? I don't get it. And he blames his players. That's what makes me sick to my stomach. He blames his player. He blames the execution and the way he wants it done. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap, honestly. It really is. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It makes me disgusted. It turns my stomach that Elijah Holyfield, this isn't the only thing that's wrong. This isn't the only thing that's wrong with this team. This is just one of many things offensively that something's wrong, other than our quarterback and our incompetent head coach that can't do it. They can't do anything whatsoever. It just makes me sick at this point what they have. You know what I mean? Miles Sanders. And here's the thing. When Miles Sanders was playing, they didn't use Boston Scott. They used the way they used Miles Sanders. Why wasn't Boston Scott used the same way he was used when Miles Sanders was hurt? Why isn't Boston Scott being used like that? When Miles Sanders was playing, Boston Scott was just used up the middle all the time. Why? Get a bruiser back and put him in the game. Why are you... As soon as Boston Scott gets touched, he's done. He's done. He falls to the ground. He's done. He's got a big lower body. He could shove some things off. He could run around. He could... But how much can he do on the field? When you have a bruiser back, you bring some more firepower to that backfield, and you don't do that. Doug has completely went opposite. Doug just said, I'm tired of what we did the past few years. I want to do my own thing. Egotistical coach. Period. That's the issue. That's the problem I am having. Period. Okay? How am I supposed to have any optimism for the rest of the season when you don't do the right thing? Doug held another practice. I mean, he held an extra practice during the bye week. Oh, great. What, we're doing more screen passes and 80-yard passes to Hightower that goes for nowhere? Is that what we're doing? Is Carson Wentz practicing holding onto the ball too long and practicing his fumble technique? Because I don't even know what's happening at this point. I really don't. It's just so aggravating the way this team is. It's just so aggravating the way this team is ran. Jeffrey Lurie, grab a hold of your damn team before you lose it for the second time. For the second time. And Elijah Holyfield is one of many things that are wrong with this team. Not that Elijah Holyfield is wrong, but him not being on the field is wrong. I really don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I know what the answer is, but there is common sense to coaching. There's just common sense, and this guy just doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it at all. He just doesn't. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know what he thinks at this point. I'm very real with you guys. You guys know that. But I'm just saying, what is up with this guy? What is up with him? And at this radio show, he's like, is it me as a coach? Is it the scheme? Is it? And he doesn't even know what it is. Like, he thinks the problem is with these players, and he thinks we're not healthy yet. Are you still waiting for Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson to come back? Or is that what you're waiting for still? Alshon Jeffrey is not going to do anything in this offense. He's not going to fix this offense. You can have the best wide receiver core in the league. If you have a coach that doesn't know how to call plays or has no adversity of different, just doesn't have a huge playbook to stand on, what is this offense going to do this year? You still got to face the Seahawks, the Saints, the Cardinals, and the Packers. What are you going to do? We can lose against the Giants. That team is fighting. That team isn't pointing fingers. The one thing I could say about this team right now that's a good thing, Doug is lucky that this team isn't pointing fingers at people. Doug is lucky that they're not doing that, because I'm telling you, once that happens, goodbye. And the players seem to have faith in Doug Pederson. The players seem to think that maybe he's doing the right thing. I have no idea, but this has got to stop. This has got to come to an end. This Doug Pederson era has to come to an end. You want to be a head coach? That's fine. You want to give up play calling? You better do it, because if you don't, you're gone. Period. I don't care at this point. Same as Howie Roseman, same as Press Taylor in the quarterback room, same as all your friends and your buddies that you've promoted from within. Deuce Staley has like three names in this organization, between being a running back coordinator, a running back coach, a run coordinator, and assistant head coach. What is that? And how much say does Deuce actually have? And whatever Doug has with Rich Sangrell and Marty and all these other guys in their offensive assistant, circle, it's obviously not helping. Is Doug taking? They must all be horrible, because I see the same game every week. And here's another thing. Why the hell are we playing better against the harder teams than the teams that are decimated? And then Doug had to say, oh, it's a great day in Philadelphia. It's a great day in Philadelphia. We won against the Cowboys. It's a great day in Philadelphia. And then all of a sudden, the radio guy was just like, the Eagles fans, they're kind of mad, and he's like, oh gosh, and in his breath, oh gosh, Doug, you honestly think that we're okay with, you just beat a Cowboys team, barely beat a Cowboys team. You're lucky the defense did a good job. And the thing is, Doug had nothing good to say about their offense. Oh, our defense stepped up tonight or yesterday, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, because your offense didn't do anything. I mean, why does Jalen Reagor only have 16 yards? That's the issue I'm having. A first-round pick, he comes back. I don't care if he comes back. This guy was ready to play. He only had 16 yards? Like, why, Doug? It's many problems. It's more problems than what this is. And it's more problems with not having a bruiser back on the field, letting go of Jordan Howard, letting go of Camu Grugier-Hill to let him go on a one-year deal for $2 million. We're already $60 million over the cap, so what is the difference to pay him $2 million for the year? I mean, seriously? You're already getting rid of Nigel Bradham and you still get rid of Camu? Why? What's the issue with that? What's the issue with this? You let LJ Fort walk? Why? There's something wrong. Call it quits. Leave the league. Do something, because this isn't working. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I'm fed up. I'm just fed up with this team and what they do. And Elijah Holyfield's still sitting there. I don't know. I really don't know at this point.